You ready?
Are we according?
We're recording. Recording is happening right now.
Well, everyone, welcome to, Cole and Noah, our friends, episode 10, the mobile cast.
The mobile cast.
We're at
So
Lifegate
mobile.
Midtown right now, and I, being a bozo, forgot to grab the recording equipment
It's fine.
from West Dodge.
He's fine.
And so we're recording on two lav mics that Cole has,
Mm-hmm.
one plugged into his computer and one plugged into his phone.
That's because we're scrappy as heck, and we get it done.
And because Cole is going on sabbatical
Shabbat tickle.
and going to Costa Rica tomorrow.
Yeah, but by the time you guys hear this, I will be in Costa Rica. It
He'll
will
be
have
there.
been Tamalo times 2, I think. Yeah.
Tomorrow
two
times
tamalos.
Two tamalos.
Yeah.
And beyond that, I forgot what I was going to say. It's gone. Episode 10.
Poof.
What
Episode
a
10.
milestone.
What a milestone indeed. We talked about having Trevor and Brett duke it out in a
Yep.
heated argument.
And that fell through.
That fell through. Mostly Brett's out of town.
No, he's back.
Is he back?
Yeah, he's back.
Good
He's
for
there
him.
on Sunday.
I'm also rushing to try and get stuff done and prepared before we leave for Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to spend my first day of sabbatical in Midtown, the place that, not the place I work, but the church that I work, even though I'm not working. It'll be fine.
Exactly.
It's
What a
fine.
first day of sabbatical. But you're starting off sabbatical with a blast because Cole had to go with me to Target because my dryer is currently broken.
Yep.
And so I had to go get laundry detergent
Yep.
and dryer sheets
Yep.
at Target, which is great. Cole and I went to Target together. Awesome. But then we had to walk around in there. I showed him the Batmobiles, and Cole is now a part of the Batmobile gang.
I'm getting it out right now.
3 Batmobiles.
I bought 3 Batmobiles.
One for his daughter.
Don't worry, babe. They were only 95 cents in case you're like, we literally just talked about money yesterday. Yes, we did. 95, 99 cents. I don't know. And I bought a Lamborghini for my daughter because she loves cars. She loves Hot Wheels, and we've just never bothered to buy Hot Wheels.
Oh, we've got plenty. I should just give you some. We have lots.
Would be exceedingly generous of you.
And I don't think you know how much it would mean to Taryn for me to facilitate giving away Hot Wheels.
Well, I will gladly take some free Hot Wheels from
Oh,
my
okay.
daughter,
I'll
and
organize
probably
some.
my son too, who will. Oh, dude, we got these. So we had Isaac's birthday party.
Yes.
On Saturday, and I think it was my father-in-law who got him these, but they're like these little squishy car things, and they're on wheels that, like a lot of toys where you put it on the ground, you pull it back and it cranks the wheel, and then you let it go and it goes vroom, right? But they're so weightless that they'll actually like fly across the carpet, which is super cool. But when they're not on the carpet, they are insanely fast. Like they shoot across the floor like a freaking
That's
rocket.
incredible.
Just vroom.
Wow.
They're the coolest things ever. So he's real into, I mean, he's always liked things that spin and move, and he loves to climb on stuff so much. He figured out, I think all on his own, how to go down the stairs, but like backwards, like safely. Because I didn't teach him that, and Kylie didn't teach him that. And then like literally 2 days ago, he was trying to figure out how to get down the hill in our backyard, but he like didn't want to crawl hands first, but like sliding down feet first wasn't working because it wasn't steep enough. So he literally like does like a quarter roll thing where he starts on his butt and then he sort of rolls over his legs and then back over his butt and over his legs, and he just kind of
It's
like,
impressive.
yeah. I'm very impressed with his gross motor skills. Very gross indeed.
Cole, we are currently in my office. You
Yes,
have
we are.
Robert Pattinson's Batman staring down
Right
over
behind
you.
me. I got his Batmobile in front of me. I got his.
And his Batmobile behind you.
It's everywhere.
And fire.
And
Lots of fire.
And question marks.
Cole,
Riddle marks.
You know, we may as well just use one of these now. We now have $12.
Yeah.
Which means, because last time we only had 3.
Yep.
And we blew through those quick. And my dad loves
Immediately.
to point out to me that I blew through one and didn't even realize that I did it right
Yep.
after. I say his name so much.
Yep.
And we now have 12 of those things. 12.
12 bleeps.
And so,
We got to call them something different, because if we keep calling them bleeps, we're going to have to bleep it every time we say what it is. So
Now
it'll
we have
sound like
10.
now we have 10 bleeps. We got to call it something else. But
Yeah.
yeah, I am amazed at how much you guys enjoy giving your money to bleep
That's gone.
just to erase his name. I was at I got to go to Topgolf with the McCrackens and my buddy Austin. If you don't know, Colin and Corey McCracken and Austin Edelman, they're friends of mine from college.
Yep.
And they were all in town, so we went to Topgolf. And I gave Corey a big hug, and like the first thing he did after that is pulls out his wallet and he says, "Here's $6 to bleep."
And he doesn't even know. Oh,
He
that's another one.
doesn't even
we have
know.
9 now.
Yeah.
We have 9. And then on top of that, I got a $4 Venmo at 12:30 in the morning.
Oh,
from,
really?
From Kate Larson saying,
Let's go, Kate.
Bleep his name. And so that put us at 10. And then Ellie Rake on Sunday said, "Hey, I want you to do that again. I have $2. Can I give you this?" And I said, "Sure." So then we were up to 12, and now we've used 3, so we're at 9.
We're at 9. Yeah. We love you.
But then yesterday, I called Cole because my dad, my family, and I went to the pumpkin patch, and my dad said, "So are people actually paying you to bleep his name?" And I said, "Yeah, they are." And he said, "What if I gave you a donation, but you guys had to say his name 25 times?" And not just say it, but like say it in like complete sentences.
Yeah, so we couldn't just sit here and say his name 25 times in a row.
And so my dad thought it would be funny because he's like, wait till you tell me you like stacked it to a certain point, because then it'll be like, it'll be the 12 that we have to use.
Yeah.
And then after that, we have to say it 25 times. So say we were to use that 12 times in this episode, then we'd also have to say the 25 times, or we'd have to keep a running tally of like whatever. And so, so not only do we have, people wanting to censor name, there's 4. Yep. But we have people who, mainly just my dad, who wants to still be in here. And I was like, that should make you feel good that my dad wants your name to be heard on our podcast.
Yeah, seriously. I think it's only fair that we give people the chance to like choose to mention.
Yep.
Because we've given them the ability to choose to bleep him, but now it's...
Which is resoundingly more popular, might we add.
Yeah. All of friends have elected to bleep him. One pastor has elected to make sure that he remains in existence.
Yep. Yeah,
God bless him.
Cole, on top of that, other news in the Cole and Noah Are Friends space.
Yep.
We still don't know if we're friends because the last 2 episodes have been cliffhangers. Last week featuring a fire alarm. Turns out we are still alive.
We made it. Surprise.
It was just a test. Our building out at West Dodge, they do that periodically.
That's actually why we're recording here, because now we can't record there because everything burned down.
It's gone.
So.
That's gone. And that's why we're recording on here.
I texted
the podcast
I said,
equipment is gone.
"Will you dig through the rubble today to please find the recording equipment?"
It's gone. It's all gone. Luckily, nobody's gone with it, but just the building.
Just the stuff.
That's not true. That is a joke for people who couldn't tell. But on top of that, not knowing if we're still friends, Cole went out and just on a whim started a Patreon for us.
I did!
Which, if you don't know what a Patreon is, it's a site where you can support creators. A lot of creators have them. And they'll do... Basically, you can pay us monthly, which sounds hilarious.
It does.
And you get like certain perks. So Cole just made some random perks and put them up there that he thought were on. He just did it on the spot. Just he had time, and so he made it. And there's some good ones on there, but we're gonna add more.
Yes.
And I don't know if there's like a limit to what you can set or not.
Like tiers?
Yeah.
I don't know either.
But basically, people do it to just connect with their. I hate saying fans. Basically, our friends who want to support us. Basically.
Yeah.
Who it's just like. They're hypothetically, let's say there's a $3 tier, and that's just supporting us, and you get to throw us topics. This isn't a real thing, but like you get to throw us topics for each weekly episode. Or there's a $10 tier, and you join a Discord that we have. Or there's hypothetically, if there's a $25 tier, you get to be a guest on 1 episode a month or something like that. And at the $10 tier, Cole has a thing where it's like, however many people are in that $10 tier, there's a raffle every month that we do. Do
you want me to explain the 2 that I have on there? So there's only 2 on there right now, but we have more that we want to tease out. And honestly, if you guys have ideas about like what would be a fun Patreon tier, seriously send them our way, because the whole podcast to me feels like a joke / a game. And many of you are in on the game with us, and it's so much fun. And it's also a little bit pay to play. And that's a black.
We are EA.
We are EA, yes. So what I have right now on the Patreon, which by the way, the Patreon is patreon.com/ColeandNoah.
I'll put it on our Instagram as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. It looks like buns. I haven't put up like a cover photo or anything. I just saved our profile picture from Instagram, which Noah made, by the way. Don't know if you
on
knew
Canva.
that.
It's really easy. It's nothing.
He made it by hand. He literally hours, painstakingly.
While Cole and I were recording one day, I made it.
Oh yeah. But anyway, so patreon.com/ColeandNoah. There are 2 tiers up right now. The first one is $4 a month should you choose to subscribe to it, and that will purchase you 4 bleeps for the one and only. And you can decide if you want those to be retroactive, which, by the way, no one has said, I want you to go backwards. I want you to retroactively bleep him.
Yep.
Keep in mind, a retroactive bleep is $2, and a regular bleep is $1. So if you want a retroactive one and you subscribe, just message us or DM us on Instagram, and we'll make it happen. The second tier is $10 a month, and that is still 4 bleeps, plus we'll throw your name into a pot for the month, and we'll do basically a raffle. And whoever gets drawn will get to be a guest on our next episode, and we'll buy you your drink of choice from Starbucks or Scooters
maybe even
or whatever.
Lunch.
Maybe we'll
At
get you
a fine
food.
establishment like Wendy's or McDonald's.
Maybe we'll splurge a little. We'll get you a pack of Hot Wheels. I don't know, something.
Get them their own Batman Hot Wheel.
Their own Batman Hot Wheel? Yeah. So those are the 2 that are on there. And I guess we'll see if anybody wants to do any of that. I think it would be so much fun to do a Patreon level that legit has you picking out Hot Wheels for people, or maybe distributing some of the bajillions of Batman mobiles that you have found. But I didn't put it on there because I was like, these are Noah's Batmobiles. I can't just assume he's going to get rid of these. That would be terrible of me. But with how much we've talked about them, I honestly, you have made me a Hot Wheels fan, which is ridiculous.
Well, congratulations. You're welcome, Tessa and Isaac.
Yeah, seriously. My children are blessed because of Noah's firm belief that Hot Wheels is the people's company.
Who knows? Maybe I'll get to be I'll be a godparent for your kids.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Why do people do godparents? Can you help me understand that?
I don't know, but I know that my dad is a godfather, which is a very funny thing to say.
But he's not like your kid's godfather. No. You're my grandfather, and you're my godfather.
You're both. No, he's a godparent to one of his friend's kids, and I don't really know why that exists, or I don't know. I think it's basically like if something were to happen to them, and you don't want your family to have them for whatever reason, then it's a godparent thing.
Sure.
I don't know that. But,
okay.
I mean, or they're fairies.
Yes.
Fairy godparents, Cosmo and Wanda.
That's right. Does that grant you fairy powers if you is that like being knighted?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh, okay. Your dad, if he is one, he's really good at hiding it. Really good at hiding it.
He doesn't have green hair.
He does.
Or pink hair.
Oh.
Did you ever see the Fairly Odd Parents?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay.
Totally. Did you see the thing? There was a trend going around on TikTok, I think, where people would have the song, like the Fairly Odd Parents intro, kind of in the background. And more or less, I mean, it was dumb, but it was like, if you look around, you will be able to find a pairing of a green and pink object somewhere in your house. Oh. And then you record it and play the thing on TikTok. And I was like, that's kind of funny. I mean, that's dumb, but also kind of funny.
I'm also going to make an Instagram post saying that we have a Patreon, just so people know.
He's doing it right now.
I'm doing it right now.
Literally, if you follow our Instagram and you see the post that he's talking about and you watch this episode, you will know. This is the moment it happened. A Tuesday at 11:38-ish in the morning.
Yeah. Right before Cole goes on sabbatical.
Sabbatical. Shabbatical.
Shabbatical.
Oh, man.
Man, what else do we have to talk? You know, Cole, we could actually talk about our date. Not you and I. Our double date that we went on with our wives. You and I didn't go on a date. Well, we kind of did. We went to Target together.
Oh, yeah, we did do that.
It's like semi a date.
Yeah, let's talk about our double date.
Yes, because we did go on, I don't remember when that was now. 2 weeks ago?
It was
3 weeks ago?
Two, three, something like that. A little bit ago. We went to, what was the Thai place we went to?
Salween.
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 Salween. I'm sorry. That just sounds funny.
Yeah.
That's kind of insensitive of me, but Salween.
There's one near my house called Plateau.
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 Plot 3. Plot 4. Plot. So, yeah.
We went on a double date.
We went on a double date.
And it was great.
Mm-hmm.
And after we went to Salween, we wanted to keep hanging out, so we went to a place called Barcade.
Yes.
Beercade. Beercade that is, in fact, a barcade.
Yes.
To hang out.
So much fun.
And they have arcade games.
Yep.
Which is super cool.
Yep.
It's not just like a bar that you just go to and talk. It's like you go there and you can actually like play video games,
Yep.
which is sick.
Or talk if that's all you want to do.
Which is what our wives did.
Yep.
No, they played skee ball.
That's true.
And then they sat at the bar and talked and gave us quarters. Like a bunch of children.
Yep.
Um,
Honestly, our double date was the two of us hanging out and our wives hanging out in the same room.
Which is
Even
basically
in the
describes
same
our
room.
the entire friendship relationship of all of us.
Yes.
The only thing that we did together was we had dinner.
Yeah.
And it was basically just our podcast and then food.
Yeah, pretty much. Even then, half the conversation was split. You were telling me about that wrestling action figure and...
Sold another one.
Oh, yeah. How much have you, if you don't...
In the past 2 weeks, I have made $460 off of 2 action figures that I have paid $20 for. Well, technically $40.
Where have you found these action figures?
Target on 132nd and Maple and Target on 180th and Center.
How do you know that these things are valuable?
So they're what's called chase figures.
Okay.
And on the front of them, they have rare 1 of 5,000 or ultra rare 1 of 3,000.
Okay.
And I just know that because I like the toys as well. But I didn't know this other one that I found, what its value was at. And so I just looked and I found some online for $200, $300, $400. But the ones that were selling were mostly around the $250 mark. And so I sold this one for $260. And so, yeah, I just walked into Target. I saw that it was there. It said ultra rare 1 of 3,000. And I went, okay. And I listed it within an hour and sold it within an hour.
Dude, that's crazy. It makes me want to pay more attention to now.
Oh, that's another one. All right, we're at 6. We're at 6.
I think we might be 5 now.
No,
4.
I just said 2 right there because we were at 4.
I don't know now.
Yep.
I'm going to have to listen to the whole episode when I edit it.
I'm pretty sure we're at 6 right now. So we have 6 more that we can either breeze through or...
That's awesome.
Oh, no.
So when we went to Beercade, I rediscovered my love for pinball.
Dude.
I forgot how much fun pinball is.
Do you remember the pinball that used to be on like Windows computers?
Yes.
Dude, that form of pinball. But yeah, I found the same thing. I went to Beercade 2, which is another version of Beercade here in Omaha.
And you said that one is just more fun.
I like that one better because I feel like they have more games and it's more spaced out. This one felt kind of cramped. That one feels kind of like how my office is, where there's just a lot of space and it's long.
Yeah.
They have more skee ball, not just 2 machines. They had like 8 things for skee ball.
Love skee ball.
Yeah, it's just better, I think, in my opinion.
I'm pretty sure your wife was the only one who hit the 10,000
she did
mark in skee ball.
Yeah,
shout out to Taryn for humiliating all of us and draining the 10,000.
Yeah. Shout out to my wife also for having situs inversus and dextrocardia. All of her inner organs are flipped. I just want people to know that because I think it's awesome. She hates that I tell people that.
Does that include her heart?
Everything.
Also flipped?
All of her inner organs are flipped.
That's rarer, right? Than because there's 2. There's where all your organs except your heart, and that one's not lethal, but really complicates your life.
Yes, and hers hasn't complicated her life at all because she has situs inversus and dextrocardia. It's like a both and.
Can I tell you the only reason I know that those are conditions?
Yes.
You're going to love this. So me and a friend of mine, Steven, but not the one whom we bleep.
Oh, wow. So we found a loophole.
I found a loophole.
Wait. Is it a loophole, though?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to specify if you say that person's name.
Yeah, if we're
talking, it's a different person.
If I'm talking about then I bleep him. But if
Okay,
I'm
so
talking
that's
about
7.
a
So we have
different
5.
Steven, then
Okay, so
I
that
don't bleep him.
Okay.
That one,
That's going to be so confusing.
I know.
Even you're going to get confused.
I'm going to go back and be like, why did I do this to myself?
Just so you're aware, that is 7 now. So we have 5 left.
Jeez. So Steven Kudlacek is a friend of mine in middle school. And then between 8th and 9th grade, we just hung out a ton, became really, really good friends back in the day. And we decided to go see a movie. He used to live right next to 20 Grand before it was Majestic.
Oh,
And
I didn't even know it was a different thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, totally. It used to be the 20 Grand. And
Sorry, my Council Bluffs is showing.
we went in there late at night because we could just walk there from his house. And there was this movie that came out called Ninja Assassin. And he was like, I want to go see that movie. And it was rated R. And so we went in there and he was like, I'm a big guy. He was a big, tall guy and sometimes could maybe look like maybe he passed for like 17. And we tried that and they're like, you can't see that. That's a rated R movie. And me and my Christian background upbringing went, oh, darn. They said, no, it's against the rules. Well, that's too bad. So we start walking away. And then he like turns around and goes up to another like ticket booth, and I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, we're gonna go see another movie. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess we could do that. So we bought tickets to some other movie, right?
And went and saw Ninja Assassin.
And walked into Ninja Assassin, and I didn't realize what was happening until we like started going to the wrong theater. I was like, hey, the like whatever movie we just paid for is over there. And he's like, yeah, I know, but we're not going there, we're going somewhere else.
Cami Armsbury needs my keys, so we have a Cami Armsbury sighting.
How's the campaign going, campaign manager Cami?
Really good, really good. There are some conspiracies that have started about Noah, but, you know.
Oh, good.
I don't know what those are even.
We'll get to that later.
I can't wait to tease those out.
I think so.
Great.
I think that'll be really fun. Right now we're working on the key issue.
Good
Oh,
luck.
The town key issue.
How only my key works.
Oh, no.
That could be another tier. An exclusive podcast, Cami's Corner. It's just like a 10-minute podcast of Cami's Corner, and it's just Cami.
Oh, my gosh, yes. I love that.
And you only get access to that through the Patreon.
You can only get to Cammy's Corner through Cole and Noah's Patreon.
It's not bad.
Let's make it.
Sorry, anyways, continue with your story.
Anyways. Yeah, sorry. This is an unnecessarily long story. We snuck into a rated R movie called Ninja Assassin.
Yep.
Terrible movie. So corny. Like, it was so bad. It's a ton of like, it's kind of like a karate samurai sort of movie. But just bad and a ton of blood. And the whole plot is this person, once you get the mark from the assassins are going to come kill you and you know that you're dead, right? But there's this one old guy who survived. Why did he survive? Because he had whatever Taryn has, where his organs are all flipped to the other way. Yeah. So his heart is in the wrong spot. And these assassins always stab you in the heart. Well, there's this girl they're trying to kill, but there's this one assassin who like leaves the assassin order and he's trying to save her. And then right at the end, he basically fails and she gets stabbed right in the heart. And you're like, no! But then she lives because her heart is on the other side of her body.
Wow.
So
what's crazy is I have not met many people with that. In fact, I can think of 2. And what's crazy is we had a director in high school in drama that actually had it.
really,
Taryn and I both did. And that's the only other person I've ever met with it, which is
Wow.
pretty crazy. There was a lot of my friends in middle and high school who did that too. They would see like numerous movies in a day. They'd go on a Saturday, buy a ticket to one movie, and then they'd just stay at the theater and walk in between movies.
Yeah.
And I never did that.
I always wanted to do that. Never did.
Sorry about the sound in the background, everyone. That is my air conditioning unit in my office. I think it's broken. It works great, but it just...
Yeah. I think they can hear it in the microphones.
It's
I
quite
don't know.
the sound.
Speaking of movies, so and the other crew when they were freshmen in high school, the one that we know.
Oh, so that's another bleep.
It's another
That's
bleep.
8, so we got 4 more.
Yeah. We took them to go see. Oh, what did we go see? I can't remember. It wasn't Black Panther. Oh, maybe it was Black Panther. They might have come with when I took a bunch of Papillion students. Anyways, I walk into the bathroom. We've all gotten tickets, whatever. I walk into the bathroom, and there is and Carter
That's another
Gum.
one. That's 9. We have 3 more.
And I think Ethan Payne and maybe a couple other guys. And they have large cups, like large drinking cups. And like a large popcorn bowl.
Oh, no, you've told me this, and it's so gross.
Yeah, and I was like, I know you didn't buy those. And I went up to them and I was like, where did you get those? And they're like, oh, we got them out of the trash can. I was like, that is disgusting. They said, I know, but we're washing it. And they're like washing them out with soap and water in the bathroom. And they're like, they're larges, so we can go get the free refill. And they did. And I honestly sat there and thought, I really want to approve of this. Because I love
frugal
this
businessman.
What frugal? Yeah, I was like, someone paid for that and didn't get, or maybe they did get the refill, but it doesn't matter because you can still get the refill. Is this stealing or not stealing? I don't know. I feel like it's wrong, but barely wrong, and just right, shrewd enough. I want to approve of it.
It feels very Robin Hood-esque.
It feels very Robin Hood-esque, yeah.
And not the investing app.
No.
The guy with the green. Maybe. Was he real? Was Robin Hood real? Did he wear green? Who knows?
Who knows? Speaking of Robin Hood and investments, not that anybody cares about this, but Ethereum is about to move from its proof of work to proof of stake concept, which basically just means no one will be able to mine Ethereum anymore, ever again. And it might upset the crypto world, but like in a good way. And who knows, things might happen. So if you're holding on to any Ethereum or any other cryptos, and
send it to Noah Anderson.
Yeah, send it to Noah.
And Cole. Both of us.
Noah's going to now recite the exact address of his crypto wallet. Don't actually.
Imagine.
Hang in there. There's like 30 characters. Some of them are letters. Some of them are numbers.
Hold on. Here's the thing. You don't want to get access to it. There's nothing good in there. Currently, it's sitting at $100.
Nice.
Which is not very good.
I checked on one the other day that I think I mentioned in another podcast, the friend of mine who was like, hey, if you find cryptos, I'll buy them and I'll give you a cut of the profit. One of them that I recommended has super tanked since the market went down.
Super tanked.
Like,
they called me in high school.
I think he put like $1,000 into it, and I looked at it, and I hold on to it in my portfolio, and right now it's worth like $100. So, which is a bummer. But the other one also like 10x'd when everything was really high.
Good Lord.
So out of my two choices, I average okay. One really good and one really bad.
Side note, we need to have a birthday shout out because I don't know if he'll listen to this, but his wife will, because she's an avid listener for our podcast. Bailey Berman listens to our podcast. Happy birthday to her husband, Spencer Berman.
Happy birthday,
It is
Spencer.
his birthday. I don't know how old he is. I'm going to guess, Spencer, you're 24.
Considering his wisdom,
he may as well be 75.
Yeah. What does Gandalf say in Lord of the Rings? He says, I have lived, basically, I've done like life, but like 10 times, and now I have no time.
Spencer has done production life about 65 million years.
You actually age faster when you work in production.
I mean,
10 minutes in Spencer's field is actually like 3 years on the body.
That's not wrong.
Yep.
I think we could even have him on here and he would agree with that.
Probably.
Maybe. Who knows? Spencer, listen to this podcast. Bailey, if you're listening to this, and I know that you are. Well, I don't know that. Maybe you'll skip this episode. Don't. Please.
Don't do it.
Tell Spencer, 1, happy birthday. 2, get him to listen to this podcast.
You know, she won't skip it if we make the title, Bailey, don't skip this podcast.
That's true. That's marketing 101.
I'll tell you from a numbers perspective, the episode that has gotten the most downloads immediately after we released it is Christian Wake Up.
We're hitting those numbers. The Stranger Things numbers.
Yep.
Christian, wake up.
We can go right into the clickbaity titles. Do the 5 things you can't miss.
Jeez.
5 mistakes you don't want to make if you're Cole and Noah's friend.
5 secrets about Lifegate Church.
Ooh. Secret number 1.
Burger King footlet. We just title it that again. Part 2.
The communion bread isn't even bread. Gasp. There was one time we were doing communion and Charla Hintz accidentally ordered garlic bread instead of regular garlic pita bread.
Sounds great.
And we served it and no one knew until they got up there and they're like, oh.
But that with juice would not be very good, I don't think.
I don't know.
Also, this is what the subtext of our episode 10 story is. Hot Wheels, double dates, action figures, Patreon, insert name, bleeps, and more.
Oh, nice. Looking good. Looking real good.
And then I didn't put any hashtags here. I probably should have. But this just says, we have a Patreon. Link in bio.
Nice.
Gotta let the people know.
Noah, what are you recommending this week?
Oh, the recs.
The recommends for... I mean, we still have plenty of time on our episode, but...
Thank you, Kimmy.
I would love to know.
Go to Targets and buy a Batman Hot Wheel. That's my first recommendation.
Yep.
And that's not even what I mentioned last week.
I got 3 today.
Let's see. Oh, last week, He Who Shan't Be Named and I.
Oh, yes?
He pulled the biggest Batman haul I have seen in one day. I think he got...
Do you want me to hold that while you try
Maybe.
to zip it
That
out?
was very
I'm
difficult.
watching
I'm sorry
Noah
I'm
try
sorry
to
you had to
zip up a fanny pack
I'm sorry
with
you
one
had
hand.
to watch that. I think he got 16 in one day.
Wow.
Between 2 targets, but
Dang.
the one we were just at, 72nd and Dodge, he found 12.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're out there.
He's pulling them in. So are you guys like thinking, I'm going to hold on to these because they're going to get really, really valuable?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Or are you just like, I'm having fun, so I buy them?
genuinely think I'm a drug addict now with these Batmobiles, and I think I can't contain myself.
I'm going to start just painting things this exact color, the color of this Batmobile, and hiding them around Midtown and just seeing if you notice.
Oh, man. Yeah,
I'm going to get you hooked to the color.
No, so I want to sell them, but I have so many that I don't think anyone's like, oh, yeah, I want to bulk buy all of those. And so I think, like, if I listed one and it sold, and then I listed another one and it sold, maybe.
You just keep doing it.
So I've kind of stopped collecting them. It's still very much so. That was 10. we have 2 more. He Who Shan't Be Named is still very much so buying them pretty regularly. Yeah, I saw another really cool Hot Wheel today at Walmart. I didn't buy it, but I saw it there. That has nothing to do with anything. My recommendations.
Your recommendations.
Go out, find this Batman Hot Wheel, and buy one just because. We want to start an army of people who have these.
The Batmobile
I bought one
army.
for Jerry Bierman today. Because I want to supply his Batmobiles in his office to where they're overflowing with Batmobiles that I've given him.
Yep.
So my recommendations, let's see, music. I'm still listening to a lot of Dayseeker because I found out they are on their next album that comes out in November, I think.
You found out they found the day.
Yes.
And now...
They sought it.
They found
it. No, on their next album, Spencer Stewart from the band Camino is featured on one of their songs, and he's the only feature on their whole album, and I was amped to see that. And so I was like, dude, that, like, the band Camino is still probably my favorite band, them and Laney, and now Dayseeker's really going up there. And so I was pumped about that. Bill Murray has a new song coming out this Friday called... The Void Approacheth. And I cannot wait for that. I'm so excited. And yeah, I just can't wait for that either. Bill Murray's pretty up there. So you know what? I'll tell you what. My music recommendation, because I said Dayseeker last week.
Yes.
Go and listen to Bill Murray. Bilmuri. And know that the song titles have nothing to do with the song. I can't say the title of one of those songs on this podcast, but you'll see them. Well, I can. There's one called let me read you some of my favorites. Well, probably my most favorite I can't read on this podcast. And yeah, that's it. That's all I'll say. Fluoride in the hard seltzer water. It's funny.
Is this guy a comedian or what?
No, he makes such good music.
Okay.
Lift Heavy Stone, make sad head voice. Egg. E space G space G. Actually, there's a double space between that one. That's kind of infuriating, but I love it. Midwest Lawn Care Dads who smash something. The title of his latest album is 400-Pound Back Squat. The first song is called Lord Farquadzilla. A Cowboy's Heavy Load, Jacked and Stacked Mass Monster, Level 99 Roid Mage, Keeping It Beefy, and Relaxing Box Fans Sleep Ambient Sounds.mp4.
Dude, I like that. I hope this becomes a trend. I want more music to be like labeled this way.
I want to write a worship song and title it like that.
Yeah?
Like,
what would you title it?
I have no idea. But
That's it right there.
that's it. So listen to Bill Murray, Bilmuri.
Nice.
Let's see. Last week I gave a movie. I have to mention this. Ellie Rake and her life group.
Yes.
Before the podcast, they watched Hot Rod.
No way.
Yeah, they watched Hot Rod. Ellie said it's stupid, but like that's the point of the movie.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
But they watched it, and so then when they listened to the podcast, because they faithfully listened to the podcast, she said it was. I started busting out laughing because you said to watch it, and we did. So again, my recommendation for movie: watch The Batman. Obviously, that's a given every week. But just so you know. And what is another thing? Go find a John Mulaney comedy special and watch that.
Seriously, I think Comeback Kid is
I saw that one live.
favorite. No.
Yeah, in Kansas City.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was great.
I was so sad. He was in town in Omaha recently, like months ago, and I had no idea. And we went into work the following Monday, and Charity, like all chipper and happy, was like, "Oh yeah, we went and saw John Mulaney when he was here," and I didn't like. No filter. I was like, John Mulaney was here and I didn't know.
And Cole punched a hole in the wall.
I think I took all of her joy in the moment and ran it way down into the like, no,
John Mulaney's really
ruined
good.
a friend's happiness.
Also, if you don't want to watch John Mulaney, watch Bo Burnham's Inside that he released last year.
He's really, really funny.
It's so good. It's not
also very
appropriate.
Crude. It's
very
not
crude. It's all very crude. So take this with what you will. I enjoyed it. Maybe I can't recommend that as a pastor. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't recommend either of those. It's too late. It's already out in the ether.
Let your conscience be your guide. And also Jesus.
Yes, let them be
Mostly
your guide.
Jesus.
And you know what? That's that. Food. Last week I said pizza. Just pizza. This week I am gonna say go to Five Guys. Get a burger from Five Guys.
Actually, though,
it's so expensive, but they're easily my favorite cheeseburger.
I'm going to say something that will surprise nobody. I listened to a podcast about how Five Guys was made, how it came to be, and the journey of the Five Guys who made it.
Five Guys is so good.
It is so good.
I might get that for lunch today.
And you know why it's so good? Because the dad and his sons who made it were like, we're going to make this hole-in-the-wall burger joint. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. I don't know. And he said, hey, kids, why don't you go decide what the ingredients should be? And they all picked the yummiest things because they were kids.
Grease.
But no, he said he had them like pick the ingredients, and they would get a bunch of different like pickles, for example, and then they'd choose the ones that they thought tasted the best for everything. And so he was like, they're not like, what's the most budget conscious decision we could make? They said, let's make the yummiest burger, and that's why it ended up being like a $10, $11, $12 burger. But it tasted like super duper good.
It's so good.
And that's how
it's
they
so
started.
greasy, but it's so good.
So greasy, but so good.
So is there any other recommendations you want from me, Cole? I said go buy a Hot Wheel. Music.
Yep.
I gave a movie, comedy special.
Yep.
And then
you gave movie,
food.
Music, and food,
and
and
any other
shopping.
Recommendations you want?
And no, I have a few to give myself. I recommend watching a Goofy movie. If you haven't watched
That's Cole's given every week.
Go watch it.
Just like I say the Batman, Cole says watch a Goofy movie.
Seriously. Go watch a Goofy movie. My music recommendation are the 2 songs at the beginning and the end of a Goofy movie, which...
Your food better be related to a Goofy movie somehow, because you're on a 2 streak right now.
Yeah, you need to order fish, but only fish caught with the perfect cast, okay? That's it. That's a Goofy movie reference if you didn't get it. Okay, no, actually, the songs in... I can't remember the artist's name who made them, but the songs in that movie, the one at the beginning, which I can't remember what it is, and then the last one I think is Eye to Eye, actually really slap. They're really, really good, and they're fun to listen to. I recently was like, I wonder if anyone's done like a cool cover of these, or like maybe like a...
Tevin Campbell, Rosie Gaines, Aaron Lord.
I think it's Tevin Campbell.
Bill Farmer.
He's not Bill Farmer.
Carter Burwell. Hi Dad Soup. What a name for a song.
Hi Dad Soup. Oh yeah, because that's the thing in the movie. Hi Dad. Oh, it's so touching. It's Hi Dad Soup. It's when Goofy's all like, oh Max, remember when you were a kid and we'd do alphabet soup, but you would move the letters around and you'd spell Hi Dad, and we called it Hi Dad Soup. And it's really touching because they're in the middle of they're in their car while Bigfoot is sitting on top of their car, and they're trapped and they're having a touching moment. And Goofy's just trying to be a dad who's connecting with his teenage son, and Max is trying to be a teenager who's trying to find himself, and his dad is sort of the villain, but also his dad wants to be there for him, and it's awesome. It's probably one of the deepest, dumb Disney movies there are. I love it. It's such a great movie. Anyways, I recommend watching it. It's really great. I also recommend watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Recently rewatched the first 2 of those with Kylie. Really great movies. Music I'm actually listening to that doesn't come from a movie. Go listen to What Makes a Man by Ben Rector.
Oh, yeah, him and Thomas Rhett.
Yeah.
Great song.
That one made me cry immediately. I was like, gosh, dang it,
there's
Ben.
parental stuff in there, and so anytime there's parental stuff, it always is.
Every time he comes out with stuff that's like not hype music, he makes me cry, and it's so frustrating. When Old Friends came out, I cried.
Great song.
When what was it? There's another one recently that made me cry. I can't. Daughter. I've got a daughter now. I think it's just called Daughter. That one made me cry.
Now.
Yep. And What Makes a Man? That one's really good. Ben Rector's just awesome. Go listen to that.
It's very true. Food, Cole.
Food recommendation. If you haven't had a kiwi in a while, go get one.
That's on the level of my pizza thing, but still good. Cole, and your shopping recommendation.
My shopping recommendation?
I should go buy a Hot Wheel.
Okay. I recommend picking up a good barbell from Titan Fitness. They're really inexpensive. Mine's worked real great for a long time.
Just a barbell?
Just a barbell. The things you can do with a barbell, man. They're really, really great.
That's how we get Jake Adams to listen to our podcast.
There it
we
is.
Mention that.
Yep. I want him to sponsor us. This episode is sponsored by
his biceps.
Jake Adams. That joke's still going. I recently rewatched the video that we made for the Thirst Conference from 2020. In it, you mentioned, or you or Trevor mentioned kiwis and how it prevents scurvy.
It's because Trevor said he's fasting fruit.
I'm fasting fruit, mainly kiwis. And you made a joke about Jake's biceps. That was in 2020. It's almost 2023. Which makes me wonder,
They've only gotten beefier.
what's his rate of bicep expansion look like? Like, how much bigger are they now?
I mean, they've got to be at least 37.5% bigger than
Jake,
they were
we
in
need
2020.
answers to this. If you don't know Jake Adams, he's the campus pastor at West Dodge. And one day he went from not huge and beefy to, oh my lord, look at those biceps.
Yeah, it's almost like, transformation-wise, it's almost like Chris Pratt for Star-Lord. Not that Jake was ever, like, chunky or anything like that, but, like, he basically went through that spot of, like, one day he's like, oh, that's Jake Adams. He's the worship pastor, to, excuse me?
Excuse me, what? Mm?
This is very funny that we're talking about this. I'm going to tell Jake to listen to this just for this conversation.
Maybe we'll call this one Jake Adams biceps.
Yeah, but I feel like we need to be like, Bailey, don't skip this one. I don't know. I'm torn. Costa Rica. Sorry, that's very stupid, but it just came to my brain right there.
Have we spent all our bleeps yet?
Well, now that's one more.
That's one more.
One more.
I want to award something to somebody.
The biggest donation we've got for a bleep is Corey's $6.
It is. Corey, you're our highest donating patron.
Yeah, right now.
Thank you.
I don't know how much my dad's going to be willing to pay to censor to get Steven's name.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I need to throw that on the Patreon. Is like, we have bleeps we should put on a like guaranteed mentions.
Did I just say his name again?
We've gone through them all, which is perfect because I want to award Colin McCracken with some free bleeps because we went out, and I don't know a more generous person on this planet than Colin McCracken. My whole friendship with him, he's always just been giving to everybody around him. Honestly, I think of you, Noah, and Colin in the same category in this way because you're also very generous with your things and your money and your time, and you just give stuff to people. All of the guitar pedals I have are from Colin. On more than one occasion, he'd like bring me a movie or a drink or whatever, just give stuff away. So we went to go do Topgolf, and I messaged everybody. I said, hey, should one of us like make the reservation, and then we'll all Venmo that person our part? And Colin said, don't worry, I'll cover it. And I was like, geez, dude. And then we get there and we order drinks, and I was thinking I'm going to order a drink and then I'll Venmo Colin because I never want to assume someone's going to pay for my drink. And then he did, and then he doesn't even have a Venmo, so I couldn't give him money, and I didn't have the the sum on me in cash. So I was like, gosh, dang it, Colin, you dirty, generous man. I can't pay you back for your generosity, and it bothers me. So this is how I'm doing it, Colin. I'm giving you 10 free bleeps.
Wow, wait. So, hold on.
Now 9.
Wait.
Or however many.
No, because you said his name before when you started the story. So is that 8?
Colin, you need to know that 10 of the bleeps that transpire between this episode and the next one were given because of you.
We have 8 more. We need to keep a running chart. It's getting lost. I'm going to put a note in my phone, and it's going to be stupid looking. Just know that this is called He Who Shan't Be Named Bleeps.
He Who Shan't Be Named Bleeps. What would that acronym be? He Who Shan't. Who's.
He could just be He Who Remains.
He Who
Bleeps.
He Who Remains.
8 remaining. As of, what's today? The 6th? 9.
I don't know.
6.
I'm convinced
22.
we're going to find bleeps. We're going to find things to bleep in this when I edit it that we didn't catch.
That's very true.
But
who knows? I mean, at this point,
who knows?
It's very funny that this happened. I just hit this against my knuckle, and that's going to be a loud sound.
Thump.
Well, Cole, I think we owe it to the people.
Yes.
After dragging them on now for 2 weeks.
2
the cliffhanger. This is the
whole weeks.
This is the 10 episode finale. I was going to say season finale, but it's not. Well, actually, because I don't know when we're going to get to record next.
Is this the season finale?
It's a season 1. Are we doing 10 episode seasons?
Find out next time on Cole and Noah are friends, and find out if we're actually. I'm just kidding. I won't do that. That'd
Cole,
be so
would
mean.
you say we're still friends?
Noah, we're not only friends, but we're also business partners. Wow. Can you believe it? 10 out of 10 would recommend Noah Anderson.
10 out of 10 would recommend Cole as well. And 10 out of 10 episodes. Season 1 in the books. See you in season 2 when Cole gets back from Costa Rica.
Bye.
Goodbye.